Welcome back everybody to another depotting tutorial. Today I've got the Urban Decay Electric Palette that I want to depot for you. The Urban Decay Electric Palette, as you can see, has beautiful bright colors, so I understand why I've received quite a few requests on how to depot this palette. So I want to show you how to do that right now with the Z-Potter, so let's dive in. I've got my Z-Potter here. I've got alcohol. I've also got the metal plate and the magnet that comes with every Z-Potter. We want the magnet to help test whether your shadows are metal versus non-metal. And that will tell you whether you take your palette, place it directly onto the Z-Potter in the warming circle. If it's non-metal, you'll take the metal plate, place it on the warming circle, then place your palette on top. And this basically transitions the induction technology to a traditional heating device that will work with non-metal pans. I've also got my medium deep Z palette, which is perfect to fit all these depotted shadows right into. And I've got my Z palette depotting spatula, which comes in a multicolored and also a matte black finish. Both same technology, same purpose, but different colors. And for today, I'm gonna use the multicolored one. Let's turn on our Z-Potter. I'm gonna push the power button, and I'm going to go to level 3. I'm going to go ahead and now take my Urban Decay palette with my magnet and test whether these shadows are metal versus non-metal. Because this is thicker packaging, I'm going to go ahead and place the magnet right on top of the shadow. You'll see it's sticking right there. That tells me these pans are metal, and I can place the palette directly onto the Z-Potter within the warming circle. And we'll leave it for a few minutes so the heat can start working with the metal pan. And as you can see, this palette is larger than the warming circle. So the way we use that is we move the palette in sections along the warming circle as we depot. And that way every section will get warm and make it easy for depotting. So I've noticed this insert here. I'm going to take my spatula and try to lift it out. I'm just going to move along. And that's popping out pretty easy, which is great because now there's a lot less packaging for this heat to work through. Now I can just place that right onto the warming area, and this will probably cut my depotting time in half just because of that. So now let's see if I can get into these shadows yet. And I'm going to take a paper towel to hold it because this is hot, and move it to the cooling area. Oh. If any divots happen, I can show you how to fix that. Move that over. So this section I'm going to give just a little bit more time, and while that happens, I'm going to just place these down here. And again, this is not an exact science. You know, if you feel any resistance when you're trying to lift these products out, just give it a little bit more time, have a little patience, and go back and try it again. I see this pan is actually lifting out, so it looks like that one's ready to go. That one popped right out. Okay. And last one. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so I can get rid of that. Just so you know, look at that. I can put my hand directly onto the warming area where you saw I was able to depot all this. It's not hot. It might get a little warm, but it never gets hot, so you're not going to burn yourself when you're using the Z-Potter with metal pans. Now that that's finished, I'm going to turn off the Z-Potter. And now I'm going to continue covering the glue with the little paper labels. All right, so that is all our shadows. I'm going to place them into my medium deep Z palette. I'm not really right now arranging them in any color order, but I can if I want to later, and I can put all these shades together, or I can take my blues and put them into a blue shadow palette that I've made. You know, really the options are endless. It's up to you and how you like to customize your shadows, how you want to organize your shadows. And there we go. And I've still got room for more if I want to. Add more shadows and make this an entire shadow palette, or add a couple blushes to the palette. Really, it's up to you. It's a great way to customize, organize, and simplify your makeup with the Z palette and the Z Potter.